Welcome, everybody, to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel Coffee Chat. Just hanging around for our special guest. She's not managed to jump in yet, so we'll just have a chat, a leisurely chat. This will be a conversation today. Hopefully, she'll be able to get on. I don't know, there might be some technical issues or something, but it's fine because we can have a wonderful chat today. We can talk about the healing process. We can talk about energy healing. We can talk about many things. So being a practitioner, sharing that information, sharing the joy of becoming a healer and healing people, not just a practitioner, but learning and understanding that you have a gift inside you to be able to help people, whether it be with a vibration that comes out of your mouth, whether it be your hands that just healing hands, whether it just be your aura, your energy that you just sit next to somebody, and so on. The healing modality within all of us is phenomenal, and there isn't a cap. There isn't a place where you say, well, this is as much as you can do, this is as far as you can go. It's limitless. Healing is limitless, and the fascinating thing about healing is it takes you to places that you just like, I can't believe I got here. And I find a very fascinating topic when it comes to healers is the pain and suffering healers have gone through. And I'm not saying that the best healers in the world are the ones that have been through most pain, but they certainly do understand what their clients are going through. So if you've been abused, if you've been mocked, bullied, if you've gone through physical pain, and suffering of any kind, it certainly is a benchmark, a guiding stone towards what you're experiencing from moment to moment in any healing session or in any given moment with a client or with a friend or with family to be able to help them. Have you ever been in a situation in your life where you could have something easily could have happened to you, which could have been really, really bad. And somehow your energy changed, you shifted, there was a shift in you, a new gear, another gear, and something happened, like a miracle comes out within you that stopped that issue, that problem, stopped that moment from getting really bad. It's happened to me on numerous occasions where something just happens where you tap into something that is, I guess, not talked about. It's not mentioned. It's not like, it's just a passing thing. Thank God for that, you'd say. And we don't recognize the true power within us, which for me is a fascinating thing. It really is a fascinating thing. And the power of your intuition, the power of your strength. I mean, I'm sure you've heard about people who have literally had their child trapped under a huge, whatever. It could be a car, it could be a metal post or something. And the strength of the mother just lifts that car up to get the child out. See, we don't talk about these things, not mentioned. Where's that power and strength come from? If you couldn't lift that car on a normal day, how the hell did you just lift that car? And it's that phenomena, it's that miracle, that magic, that power that I spent 20 years looking for, trying to understand. And I only tapped into a little bit, a couple of percent. But when you tap into it, when you understand it, you realize that there may be more to this world. There may be more to our energy. There may be more to our power. And if you can lift a car up, being a woman at 50 years old, then what else could you do? So now that gift has disappeared. It's been knocked out of us. It's been dubbed down. We do not even focus, notice, look at it anymore. It's become quackery. It's become nonsense. It's become kind of Hollywood film joke, Lord of the Rings, and all of these things. But there is real power in us. There is a real flame. There is a whirlwind of energy that can be used, and if you learn how to use that energy, well, there's no stopping you. So for me, I'm sorry, she's not managed to come on. So I hope you're going to be okay with me. It would have been lovely to have Heather here today, but I'm sorry she's not turned up. And I'm sure there's an explanation why. So it could have been time wrong, or she might not be able to get on here. I don't know, but I don't think I've got any messages. No messages through. So it is Wednesday today, isn't it? So perfect timing. I got the timing right. Yeah, definitely said 4. I'm up early, so it's okay. How about 7 my time? That's 4 p.m. for you. And it is 4 p.m. Is it? It is 4 p.m. I got it right, eh? All right. I just want to make sure. You know what I'm like, guys. Probably my mistake, but so welcome. I put a shirt on today for a change. Put a new crystal on as well for you. Oh yes. I won't talk about it. I'll make a video on this in the next couple of days. So yeah, this amazing power that we hold within us, where does it come from? Well, I've come to understand that healing is an energy that we can tap into. Is it who we are? I believe it's a kind of 50-50 energy, and you notice that it's a 50-50 energy, and if you're using too much of your own energy, then you can get tired and exhausted. If, however, you can channel the energy that's around us at any given moment and utilize that energy, you find that you can go to a nightclub after healing 20 people. It doesn't affect you at all. So I found that, again, very fascinating, which I talk about in the Pure Energy Healing course. And yeah. So yeah, where to go from here? I'd like to maybe talk about navigating through this moment. I'd like to just shift it a little bit and talk about navigating. So this field of work that we do, which we call pure energy healing, it's a modality that helps us see and heal quicker from the experience of what we're seeing and feeling. So both mentally and physically, and of course emotionally, and whatever we're going through, whoever we come in contact with through a day, the tools that we're given through the 4-day course gives us for me, all the information that I need and what to do from moment to moment. It's not to say that you're not going to go through these things, but at least you're prepared. I think as a healer, what you start to notice is that your body becomes more of a vessel for you to navigate through this world. And when you realize it's a vessel, then you start to invest in the vessel. And I invest in it every day. This morning I woke up, drunk water, always drink water in the morning, do a raw coconut pull, so a couple of spoonfuls, swill it around for 5-10 minutes, spit it out, brush my teeth without fluoride toothpaste. And then from there, I'll eat some fruit. Depending on what fruit I feel like I want to eat. This morning I ate strawberries. And to break the fast, breakfast is a wonderful thing. And most people don't even acknowledge that ritual of breaking the fast in the morning. In fact, most people don't recognize eating whatsoever. The more sick you become, and the more sad you become, the more depressed you become, the more you lose all senses. That means that you lose the taste, you lose your connection to your higher self, so you don't know what to eat. And then you just eat for the sake of eating without actually tasting and appreciating anything. So you lose everything. You lose all your senses when you don't look after the body spacesuit. And that is vital. And it's something that we are awakened to as healers. We wake up to it as soon as we do the 4-day course. We wake up and realize, I didn't realize how my life was such a mess. So after the break fast, I came here, did some work, came here, took my time, did some breathing, nice breathing work, which we don't do. And then I took some bicarbonate soda to cleanse my body. And then I had for lunch, which was about an hour ago, 2 avocados, some raw carrots, and the stem of broccoli. I love the stems of broccoli. And I like a lot of stems. I love the stems. I'm a huge stem fan from being a child. I'm sure you are too. But the important thing with eating is that you've got to take a little bit of time, put your phone down, sit out in Mother Nature and thank the food before and thank it as you're eating. And I noticed a lot of my friends who are extremely powerful healers, I noticed how they ate their food separately. So they would go for the carrots and then they'd go for the avocado and then they'd go for the stems. And I said, why don't you put them all together and eat them? And they always said, because I like to appreciate my food that I eat. So I like to appreciate the carrot. So I eat the carrots and then I move on to something else. And I've started doing that a lot more. And it's amazing how it changes your eating and your understanding of taste and appreciation to what you're eating and how it heals you. Fascinating. Blows me away, that. So, yeah, you all right, Lily? So, yeah, it's also very, very important as well. In the Pure Energy Healing 4-day course, we talk about navigating with people who serve judgment to us or test us with our patients or test us with our belief system. Because, you know, when you are targeted by somebody who just doesn't believe, then you know who you are. You know, if you're upset with them, then you're not really a pure energy healer, because you don't need to prove anything when you're a healer. Because if you are doing the healing, you don't need to prove it. You might get excited and want to share that information, but to stand and shout at somebody saying you're full of crap, you don't know what you're talking about, it doesn't make much sense. So I find that I don't get affected when people mock or ridicule, because those who are mocking and ridiculing, really, when you look at their life, it's quite sad. They have such a sad existence. So why would I even listen to a sad existence of a person? And this is what we're trying to share with people. If you are to listen to everybody, you'll never, ever be the person that you're meant to be. So you need to listen to yourself. There's nothing wrong with listening to others and thinking, wow, that's a great idea, and listening to people. But when you're listening to negativity, people who have no belief system at all, you're just wasting your energy. So I listen to good, beautiful, caring, loving mums and dads and children. I listen to everybody and get great ideas. And I use that information and I sit down and I utilize it in a way that that it blends to what I'm doing. So, or I'll shelve it for another time. And that's a beautiful thing to, have that balance of, okay, I've got my own ideas, I've got my own belief system, but I'm still open to listening. And I'm not going to go la la la, I'm not listening, because that doesn't help, because then you're stuck in that particular place. And not that it's unuseful, not that it's going to cause any issues. It isn't really, but you are stuck in that issue, and there's nothing wrong. You might get stuck in that issue. I was stuck in that issue for 8 years, totally. Why? Because I was happy with what I was doing. What I was doing was working, and as a healer, full-time healer and psychic, and people were getting so excited. People were getting so healed. People were so happy with what I was doing. And I'm like, why break something that's not broken? So don't listen to anybody else. Do what you're doing and learn from your clients. So that isn't being selfish. It's not being, stubborn or, closed. It's just, I know my path. I know what I'm doing. It's like a carver. If he's carving a beautiful piece of work, he's focused, and all he's doing is carving till that piece of work's done. And then when he's done, he'll stand back, go for a walk, come back, look at it again, and he might just finish it off a little bit more. And that's what I did as a pure energy healer. And all I ever did after that was, when people said, I want to learn this technique of healing, I would say, okay, come along on Wednesday or next week or next month, and I'll show you what I do. And that's how the Pure Energy Healing course was created. Phenomenal, really. So I put some questions out there. Has anybody got any questions today that you might like to ask while I'm here? And while, I do apologize, guys. I really do apologize. It's just one of those things. These things happen. And let's hope she's fine. Please, God, maybe she's fine. And it's just a little mistake, I'm sure. So, yeah. Any questions that you'd like to put to me while I'm here for a short time? Yes, let me read some cards and I'll let you know. Nice one, Brendan. Funny. Lemon water is fantastic, and it's a brilliant thing to do. That cleanses the liver and heals the whole body so much. So yeah, breakfast with lemon water is incredible. Some people struggle a little bit with lemon water, but if you add water to the lemon water, it's normally a little bit easier. Charcoal is fantastic as well. I actually have charcoal toothpaste. And the drink is fresh pressed juice. Well, that sounds pretty good to me. Okay. No, you can't. You can't make the people around you happy. You'll just make yourself exhausted. It's impossible. I tried for many years. Helping people. Oh, I need a job, give them a job, they're still not happy. Oh, I need some money, give them some money, they're still not happy. It's got nothing to do with what you do for them, it's what they do for themselves. So you can't make somebody, you can try, you can make them laugh for a few minutes, but you can't make somebody happy. You can give them a healing session and make them realize that there's happiness and joy within them. When you clear that negative energy away, pure energy healing works really well for that. But then it's up to them to move forward in their pursuit of happiness. Nobody can I can't make somebody happy. I can only make you feel happy for a moment, laugh for a few, minutes. But then reality comes back to them. And what is their reality? They have to change their reality and understand it and work on it. She's probably been kidnapped by Bigfoot, Brendan. That's what's happened. Aliens have taken her. I tell you, don't be living on Mount Shasta if you're not up for that kind of thing. She might have been taken away. She might be still there. They might be still working on her. Depends. The healing oil, which crystal goes best with healing oil? I actually like there's two main ones. Malacola, I love Malacola with the healing oil, and I also like malachite. Yeah, they're just great, especially when you're traveling and onto new things and protecting yourself. And yeah, it's just great. I like to wear Malacola or malachite. Let me see. Does Moldavite increase your vibration? Depends what your vibration is and what you need to clear from your body. I've learned through the years that Moldavite is a crystal that is a very, very, very powerful detoxifying crystal. It can give you extreme energy fixes, like boosts or just hits. But ultimately, what Moldavite tends to do, that I found on my clients, is it really gets to the core of what needs to be healed. So there can be a lot of trauma, there can be a lot of suffering, there can be a lot of physical illness, there can be a lot of mental stress and worries and fears, and it can bring a lot of things out. But increase in time, it might be 2 days, it might be a week, it might be a month, it could be a year. But in time, you find that you look back and you realize that not just increase of vibration, increase of everything, your heightened awareness, your everything heightens. So yeah, it's incredible. And I'm still yet to learn about Moldavite. There's so much to learn. I don't. I've got crystals that I work with, and I place on my temples. So normally I'll do 15 minutes and 15 minutes. Put my head here and place it there. But then it all depends on why the tinnitus started. This pulsating, this. So you've got to understand. You've got to look and ask yourself what could it be? Could it be the phone that was by your ear all the time? Could you have been wearing ear pods? And could it be any kind of poisons that doctors gave you that you're on at the moment? Could it be deep stress that you're going through? There's so many reasons why. So when you understand the reason why, you'll choose a crystal that will work best for that. But I don't know. For me, a couple of people were putting Don Tolman's Golden Relief behind their ears, and they said they got a lot of relief from that. Also, the third eye, also the back of the neck, and also the crown up at the top, and using it every 2 hours. And that releases a lot of stress, which then stops that issue slowly. It gradually gets better and better and doesn't hurt as much. So it's very difficult for me to suggest a certain crystal. I don't really understand the question, Hans. Depends what those people, you see. There is an invisible energy, and it's like an elastic band. It's like a cord, right? And if I meet somebody today, if I think about somebody today, there is an instant connection. It's a psychic attunement. It's a psychic telephone line that happens instantly. Whether the other person knows that or not, it doesn't matter. But normally, if you're an empath, you know it. You feel when somebody's talking about you, thinking about you. You might not know who it is, but you might not feel good. A lot of the times we feel bad because we're empaths, because we're feeling other people's pains. And it's not that they're having a go at us, but they're thinking about us, but they're in a bad place. So as a healer, when I connect to somebody without touching them, I feel their pain and I can feel bad. So as a healer, we have to be open to that, to know where that pain is coming from. So if you want to know what I did as a healer, and I was attacked for many, many years. I'm not trying to play the oh me, little old me. Not at all. I was just attacked. It's that simple. As a healer, you're attacked because you shine a light to the world, and darkness works on weak people to try and hurt you, to stop you shining that light. It's the way it is. It's the way the world is. So the stronger you get, the more you're attacked. So you protect yourself by not allowing that person to affect you. So how do you do that? I find it fascinating when you look at somebody's life and realize what pain they're in. All of a sudden, that connection between you and them disappears. And that connection isn't the connection of what I'm feeling, but your understanding of that person. Give you a great example. I had a bully in my life who used to bully me all the time. And I always used to think about it until the day I met him, and he told me that he was abused. And the reason why he bullied me and everybody else is because he was abused all the time. So now my pain of the bully has disappeared. Why? Because I realized that pain is not mine. I thought it was me. I thought that the pain I was feeling, the abuse that I was feeling from him was my pain. Well, it wasn't my pain. It was his pain. So it's up to me whether I take that pain in or not. So anybody who is negative and thinks negative thoughts, if you think about that person, you're going to pick up on what they're feeling. And then we sometimes forget to realize that that's not our feeling. And then we feel bad and we don't want to be near somebody because they're feeling bad. So again, there's this kind of idea, this understanding that it's not being selfish, because every time I speak like this, it sounds like I'm a selfish healer, but I'm not. I'm just saying, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to feel bad. So the best way is just don't worry about them and think about them. Just let them go. Don't be around people like that. Don't, because you're just going to pick up on that all the time. So, you're an empath. It's hard to switch off being an empath. I did it because the way I did it was, you might want to try this. The way I did it is every time I picked up on somebody negative, as that, it's like somebody coming to me, oh, I feel their bad energy, but then I give them pure energy healing and I channel that and give to them. So that was gone then, and it was done. I always remember this lady who used to attack me all the time. And one day she came for a healing session and she apologized. And she said, I'm sorry what your teacher, she led me to believe that you were a bad person. And all my friends saying that you're not a bad person. And I feel so bad about it. And it was me. I invited her then. I don't know what she came for, but she came to tell me. And I said, would you like a healing session? So I gave her a healing session and she was crying all the way through it. And when she got up, we cuddled each other. And then she left. So every time I would heal somebody that would attack me, it would make me feel better. So that's why I became a healer. I'm not telling people to become a healer. I'm not saying, heal everybody, but it certainly worked for me. And that's why I don't push it. You never see me pushing pure energy healing. I'll talk about it now and again, but I have said, if you want to learn to heal your life, you have to become a healer. If you want to learn to fix a car, you have to become a mechanic. If you want to learn to swim, you got to get in the water and swim. You got to practice. If you want to learn to heal, you've got to be a healer. So I put it up on the board here because we had, hopefully she'll come on another time. We had a beautiful healer who was going to tell us about her life and what she's doing now as a healer and how her life changed, becoming a pure energy healing practitioner. And it does change your life. It's profound. It really is. So yeah. And also the Pure Energy Healing Academy, if you want to go and have a look there, you can see that, there is a sliding scale. So we were very careful. It's still on till this day. And it's there at the full price, and we appreciate people who pay it. But if you haven't got the money, there's a sliding scale. And this course is 4 days. It's 4 days, and it's a video course. And it's incredible. It changes lives. So that's it, really. It's like 4 days of learning intense pure energy healing, all the pitfalls, all the amazing things that I've learned in 2 decades. So you receive basically 15, 20 years of experience of healing and how to heal and the pitfalls and things to watch out for. and to give you the strength and the courage to clear your mind and be a brilliant healer. So yeah, that's why I was going to do a lot of, I'm about to hopefully start to do a lot of live coffee chats with healers. So yeah, let's see where that goes. But I guess that's it. I did try. No message. Okay. Well, I am wishing you all a lovely day. I might as well crack on and do some crystals now. Apologies once again, and I'm sure there's a good explanation. And I'm wishing you a lovely day, guys. Take care of yourself till tomorrow. I'm going to start working on these beauties. Look, it looks like it's got a heart on right at the side. All right, guys. Love you all. Do you like the shirt?